Good morning, Catholic Central. Welcome to the Crusaders Network with Calvin Shine, and today is Wednesday, December 15th. Here are the highlights for today's news. Catholic Central community is starting to gain the Christmas spirit. Hayley Gardiner reports.
Thanks, Calvin. A good Christmas tune can really put me in the Christmas spirit. I went around CCH to see what Christmas songs put them in the Christmas mood. What's your favorite Christmas song? Let's go.
I would say Mistletoe by JV, sponsored by Tim Biebs. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer.
I should be playing in the winter snow. I'ma be under the mistletoe.
My favorite Christmas song is The Little Drummer Boy. So it goes something like this. Come, they told me.
My favorite Christmas song is by Mariah, Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to run home and open sleigh. Hey!
My favorite Christmas song is Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Merry Christmas, CCH.
And there you have it. CCH has got some Christmas spirit. Back to you, Calvin.
I guess that was fun. Moving on. The Environmental Leadership Program is now accepting applications for 2023. If you're in grade 10 and interested in environmental issues, hands-on learning, outdoor education, and living in a sustainable way with Mother Earth, then ELP is for you. Applications are available on the CCH website, or say Mr. Brown or Mr. Van Leeshout for more information. Now it's time for a short break.
Get ready, Crusaders. This week is Christmas Spirit Week. On Monday, we've got Meme Day. On Tuesday, we've got Flannel Day, so be sure to channel your best lumberjack. On Wednesday, it's Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. Thursday, it's Christmas Office Party Day. Friday, it's Christmas PJ Day. Make sure to show your Christmas spirit this week, Crusaders.
Welcome back, Crusaders. Now it's time for some sports news. Our reporter Angelo is joining in live from the CCH hallways.
Thank you, Calvin. Since many people didn't get to enjoy the tradition of football at CCH because of COVID, I wanted to tell you a little bit about our history and success and why you should continue our tradition and come watch our games. Since 1951, our CCH football team has won 23 senior titles and 18 junior titles. I spoke to the head coach of our junior football team about our history and why we win so many championships.
A lot of it has to do with tradition. The standard was set way back in the early 1950s by Coach Fred Kennedy, who was the athletic director and, of course, the head football coach here. Once you start to win, the expectation is that year after year, you're going to hold that winning tradition as well. And that being a part of CCH football does make you become part of a fraternity of players that's very, very special. It is a very unique athlete experience when you play football, and excellence is a big part of that. And that's probably why we win so many years, so many championships.
Now that you know a little bit about our history and success, I encourage you to come watch our games to continue our tradition at CCH. Back to you, Calvin.
We don't even recognize our teacher's face with their masks on. So our reporter, Ethan Dick, is conducting a massive face hunt, which is happening at CCH, named No Mask Nonsense. More to Ethan.
Thank you, Calvin. Ever since the beginning of the pandemic, I can't seem to remember what our teachers here at CCH look like. And after doing some research, seems like most of our student body thinks the same. That's why today we'll be seeing what our teachers look like under the mask. hope that refreshed your memory, because it certainly did for me. Now back to you, Calvin.
Don't even remember seeing these teachers before the pandemic. Are you interested in keeping up your fitness level over the winter break before spring sports commence? Join the 100-meter run club at CCH. This is open to anyone of all abilities. You can walk or run and can track your weekly distance to win prizes. We will meet each Wednesday in room 103 at 2:15 p.m. Same as Mashron or Mr. Hardy for more information. Now it's time for some CCH music updates.
Hey everyone, my name is Declan, and welcome to your CCH Music Program Update. Today we are going to look at the vocal and string programs to see what they're preparing for the virtual concert that is being held online in December this year. Up first we have the string program with Miss Martinelli. Let's see what they've been working on. From the sound of the string room, it sounds like the grade 11-12 class has been working on a few Christmas pieces. Here's a sneak peek of one of them, but don't tell them I showed you. Personally, hearing that music makes me want to listen to some voices as well. So on that note, let's go over to the vocal section and see what they've been preparing for the concert too. Right now, the grade 11-12 class is in there, so let's see what they've been preparing for the concert. This is what they've been working on. Well, there you have it everyone. This has been your CCH Music Program Update. Tune in next time to see what they have prepared in the spring for the next concert. Back to you, Calvin.
Aviana, a well-known journalist, claims that COVID-19 sucks, and she has some solid proof to back up her claim. Over to you, Aviana.
Hey, I'm Aviana Turquassio, and I have a question for you. How did you feel about online learning? I'll be honest, my experience, it was terrible. However, I asked students and teachers at CCH how they felt about it, so let's see what they have to say.
Honestly, it felt so great. Like, when we were online, it was crickets in the classroom. Like, nobody wanted to turn on their camera, nobody wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, it was an adjustment for us teachers and students, obviously, right? Obviously, just the way that we learned, being in person again was a lot more beneficial for me.
The hardest thing for me about teaching online was balancing my day with teaching my students, but also making sure my own kids were doing their work online.
Attendance and participation, I would say, yeah. You just never knew. You never knew who was there and who wasn't.
Learning online versus learning in class was very difficult because all of the subjects crammed into one tiny octomester at first was really hard and difficult to go through, definitely mentally and emotionally.
I think that learning online was a lot more work and it was really overwhelming. And then in class, you could obviously ask your friends for help because they were right there with you.
Going back and forth from being in front of a teacher and then just being in your house was very different going back and forth.
I think that it was at first really difficult to transition online initially, and then going back to school was a little bit weird, but I feel like once you got the hang of it, it wasn't that big of a deal.
The hardest class to do online was probably cooking because you're usually in a kitchen making food, and instead of doing online, it's mostly paperwork. And the easiest was probably English because English is mostly paperwork and reading and handing in papers.
The hardest was probably music for me because we couldn't have any instruments or sing or anything. And then the easiest was probably English because you could just read books on your own and then answer questions about it.
Well, there you have it. A look into what students and teachers felt about online learning and teaching versus in-class learning and teaching. But hey, look at it this way. When you're online class, you can wear your pajamas.
Well, that's it for today's news. We hope that you have a fun time during this Christmas break. Bye.